Hey, how's it going? It's Tim Brown, and I'm with Nick Capobianco. How you doing, man?
Good, man. How are you?
Doing very good. This is the Hook Better Leads podcast, and we're talking about roof measurement software versus hand measuring. We're going to talk about the pros and cons. We're going to talk about how to get more out of your roof measurement tool. But first, Nick, could you go through just a little bit of your background, how you got into this? Why roofing, man? Where'd you come from?
I know it's a crazy thing. Why roofing? So I'm Nick. I'm from roofer.com. I've been in the roofing industry and an actual installer on the roof for over 20 years. Started roofing when I was 12 years old. My dad's a roofer, my uncle's a roofer. So I've been in this industry a very long time. Did sales in the industry, and then I was the first hire at roofer.com. So I've been in this industry, and you know what? I wouldn't have it any other way. I love these people.
Me too, man. So what are the pros of hand measuring? I know everyone's going to be thinking we're just going to just hammer software, but first, tell the truth. What are the pros of hand measuring?
There's a lot of pros to hand measuring. That's the tried, true, and tested manner. Like it's the way my dad always used to do it. That's the way I learned to do it. And some of the pros is you're getting out there, you're getting to touch the roof, feel the roof, see it, and it's a whole kind of process there. Check out the venting, check out if there's any rotten plywood, feel if there's any issues, and do a full inspection. And lastly, be able to put your face to your face to a name, I guess that's how you say it, with the homeowner. Talk with them like, hey, I'm Nick, the roofer. You gave me a call. I'm here. I'm going up on your roof and take a look around. So that's a huge pro.
We'll go into cons in a second, but what are the pros of using a roof measurement software as opposed to hand measuring?
Speed, and accuracy is going to be coming up there, but getting something out quick is super important. Obviously, accurate's number two, but I really want to talk about the speed of it. Usually when a homeowner is giving you a call for something that's wrong with the roof, it's not something that they've been planning out. Like, yeah, I'm looking to buy a new car. Like I'm thinking about, this like this Mini Cooper over here, but I'm just going to do some research on it first. Roofing something different. You're not thinking about it. It's not a sexy purchase. So they're normally calling you if there's a leak or if there's a storm. So they're anxious and they're ready to go. So you want to be able to get out there and help them out quickly. Then the accuracy comes in too. I don't know about you, Tim. I'm not great with math. That's why I was a roofer. But when you're calculating all the facets, all the squares, taking the rakes, the ridges, and kind of multiplying it by the pitch factor, there's room to make a mistake. And then you got to make another kind of calculation after that to what kind of material I'm using. Am I using the Ico Dynasty that's 33.3 square feet a bundle? Or am I looking at like a GAF Timberline that's 32.8? You could make a little mistake there and be off on the material, your quote's off, and then you're going to be losing money. So speed and accuracy are probably my 1 and 2 right off the bat.
Are there any other cons to hand measuring you want to mention?
Not a lot of cons. It's just you're looking at a longer process. A typical sales process for a roofer when they're getting a lead that comes in and getting out there, kind of qualifying the lead, setting up a time to go out there, scheduling it, driving out there, spending the money on the gas. Geez, we know how expensive gas is right now. But getting out there, it's usually going to be around a 24 to 48 hour process before you get a proper quote out to this person. And that could be a big con when you're looking at a speed to lead and you're usually up against 3 or more different contractors. Somebody gets in there quicker before you did, you might lose the job and lose an opportunity.
Okay. Any other cons? Just if you could just be as transparent as possible about roof measurement software.
Yeah, the con could be like what you're using and how you're kind of interpreting it. There are different things, especially if you're looking at something at DIY. If you're not measuring it properly, scaling could be an issue, cloud coverage, or even image pictures of the image being taken. If it's a little bit tilted or off-centered, it could throw off your measurements a little bit. So you always want to double check. I always say I talk to hundreds of roofers every week. But I always tell everybody, I was like, I don't care who you're using. It's a satellite you're looking at or aerial imagery. Double check your measurements always to be sure, because it's your bottom line after that. Most of the softwares out there are super accurate, but you just always want to make sure before you put that final dollar amount in.
Absolutely. I see it in the Facebook groups for roofing all the time, just about like people are suggesting roofer. They're saying it's a good value per dollar. And they're saying that one thing that's nice is that you can do hand measurement on the actual software that's, or you're not hand measuring, but you know what I mean? Like do
Yeah,
it
DIY.
yourself, or you can just pay for somebody to do it for you from your guys' team that's kind of used to doing it. Like, you know, they're in there constantly doing it. So, that's one thing that I've seen people talk about roofer. What are some other like things that people should be getting out of their roof measurement tool in 2022, maybe that they didn't know about that's somewhat new? What are the other features that people maybe aren't using as much, but they should be using?
Yeah, I think you hit on it there too a little bit too. Is there's a lot of companies out there that are like an all or none service. Like they only have this one thing and you could use it. They might have like iterations of that there. But when you're looking at, there's a bunch of companies and us included that are like an all-in-one tool where you can have a report where you could order it and we deliver it to you in a very good time frame and good price. But you also have the ability to do DIYs, and you're starting to see a lot of CRMs like RoofLink using that as well. They have their own DIY function, but having the versatility to kind of try out everything and be able to, depending on the roof, be able to pick on what you're going to be doing. So what's beautiful about something that has those two things is instead of driving out and spending the money on the gas to go out to a small, like a gravy roof, like a walkable, like 412 gable to gable. Yeah, you can go out there and measure it by hand. That's great. Or you could just draw it out DIY, and it's usually a lot cheaper than ordering a report. If you're looking at that same, maybe the neighbor wants a roof too, and it's a pig of a roof, it's cut up and it's got facets at the wazoo. You don't want to draw that out because you're not feeling super accurate. Having that tool that gives you two options is something that's really, really good. So you can go look over here and be like, I'm not going to draw that out. I don't trust myself on it. So I'm going to click on this and pay for the report and get it a little bit there too. The other option that is really beautiful about a DIY software is you can get your reports out quicker because you're going to be doing it yourself. So whenever you're done and you're satisfied, that's when you print out that report and you get the measurements right then.
Are you sick of what passes for leads these days?
What's wrong with share leads? Or Facebook ad leads? Yeah!
Not much, unless you want to be the lowest bidder on every job. I wear a lot of hats, but search engine marketing and website, I've passed off to a Google specialized team. Any other like recent tools that you guys have added that you kind of want to let people know? Let's say they're already using Roofer and you want to let more people know that this exists.
Yeah, like being able to kind of like our DIY is getting more and more strong. We just added like parapet labeling and custom labeling will be coming out soon for more. I know a lot of you people that are use us, thank you, have been giving us a lot of recommendations. We hear you and we're building it out. So there's a good feature there. We're also included a proposals tool now where you can take those measurements and map them directly over to a proposal with one click. It will populate a beautiful like full service presentation that will have brochures and all that stuff, and that's in. And coming out very soon and really exciting is a customer record feature. And that's going to tie all three of these products together. So you're going to be able to create a shell, which is a customer, and inside that shell could be multiple jobs in there. So if it's a single homeowner, it would be one job for an address. If it's a building owner, then maybe they might have multiple addresses. And in that job, you could have your measurements and your proposals all in one spot. And the beauty about this, you could zap it directly to your CRM and you could have that record zapped back to us. So we're really, really excited to kind of streamline the flow. And I love helping out roofers. Small and medium-sized businesses is what my dad's business is, still running, 27 years in business. And then our bread and butter is these people, and being able to kind of improve their efficiency and be able to get them to win more jobs is everything to me.
What else are you guys working on that will save roofers time? Let's say I'm just, like, here's the deal. We work with a lot of contractors that are just, they're stuffed to the gills with time. I think time is something that it's hard as you're scaling, right? Let's say you're a 3-person business, a 5-person business, a 10-person business. There's still never enough time as the owner. And so something I think is good to look at is look at all the things that your people are doing and say, all right, is this still the best way to do this? Because they'll keep on doing it forever. And sometimes they, no offense, but sometimes people will just like, well, that's what I do. It's like, no, let's look closer at what that time is and try to optimize for my people, or maybe for myself as a small business owner. So is there anything else that you guys are doing that helps save people time?
Yeah, we're building out a really good partnership network. So we do have some really exciting partners that are going to be coming very soon. Keep your ear to the ground for that. We'll be posting about that and talking about that a lot. That will be able to shrink that, improve that time management for sure. But
you're saying like back and forth between different softwares.
Yeah, some integrations and stuff like that will be coming.
I think that's a good, like, a really important part of running a software company. If I was a business owner running a software company, like to me, that partnership piece is such a big piece to this game. You know what I mean? So playing that game.
If somebody's doing it amazing already, why not work with them instead of like building it out yourself, right? Like there's like really good follow-up tools out there that you could use. Because as a salesperson, I know that the biggest part about a sale is that you miss out on is the follow-up. So follow-up tools are going to be there. Integrations with like just making sure that your inspection's up to date and everything else like that, and building out a proper proposal that you're going to win more jobs. We're going to have a lot of that too. But I was talking with a roofer the other day, actually last night, I'm from Ontario, Canada. He was around the same area, and he's got that great problem that a lot of small businesses have is I'm too busy and I don't know what to do. And the whole thing is, I like to consider like what we do is more of like a sales consultant. We're not always trying to sell you something. We talk to a lot of roofers and we hear a lot of great ideas, and we were able to impart that on other people. And so what I was telling him is like, I know a roofer that we have down in, because this roofer that I was talking to in Ontario has bad imagery in his area. And really none of the measurement providers do have good coverage where he is. So I was talking to him about a roofer that uses us down in Houston. His name is Cody, who really has streamlined his flow to improve everything there, to be able to open himself up to more opportunities. Yep. And stuff that he does is he gets a lead, he goes out to the customer's house and brings his drone with him, knocks on the door, says, "Hey, Mrs. Jones, very nice to meet you. I'm Cody. I'm going to pop my drone up there real quick to take a look at everything, and then I will come back to you in about 10 minutes. He goes up there, does the inspection with the drone, goes a little bit higher, takes an overview of the roof. Then he goes back into his truck, opens up his laptop, puts that drone photo in. With Roofer, it's $0 to upload a drone image, scale it, and draw it out. Draws out the entire roof in about 5 minutes, clicks the one button to build out a proposal, and walks up to the front door with his iPad and says, "Hey, Mrs. Jones, here's your roof. Here's your measurement report. Here's the photos of the inspection. And here's a proposal for 4 different features for a multi-select, a good, better, best, and better that we have here. Let's talk about it." And he's able to streamline his workflow, which would normally take a 1 to 2 day process. And with process and tools like a drone, he's able to make this happen in a very short period of time and win more jobs about it. It's all about that transparency and education to the homeowner, and a little bit of tech impresses them as well.
Absolutely, man. What else you got going on? I feel like we covered all the bases here on the software. What else is exciting to you about the roofing industry? Anything else you want to talk about before we're done?
I love the innovation that's happening in this industry, whether it's through tech or actual materials. Like I said, I've been a roofer for so long. I love seeing kind of the new solar industry kind of coming in bigger, whether it was with Tesla roofs or the new GAF solar mapping that they could have on there. And really love to see how like different users are using different products to kind of improve their book of business to people, to being able to not just go in there and have one product and one thing to sell on. Now they have a group of things to do it. So I love that combination of roofing and solar, providing them both on a quote, allowing some financing options to be in there to kind of help it out and make the homeowner's life more efficient as well. I'm really, really loving that kind of growth in the industry and seeing a bunch of different products out there, the CRMs, the measurement softwares, the quoting softwares, everything, taking steps and being able to help them out. The other thing I love seeing is the amount of financing that's coming out, really, really helping out these people, especially where we're on the eve of like a recession, I guess you could say, with the gas prices going up, inflation through the roof. And roofing is, a lot of us call it a recession-proof business. Like, God's not going to wait if you don't have a lot of money for a storm to come in. You need a roof done, you need it done quick. And there's a lot of great financing partners out there that are making our lives as salespeople a little bit easier, but the homeowner's life's a little bit easier when they got a big ticket item coming and it's a new roof and they don't have money, they don't have time. It's really helping out the whole process.
Absolutely. How would people get a hold of you or get a demo of Roofer if they wanted it?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you can go to roofer.com /partner/hook agency. You jump in on there and take a look at it. You can book. Yeah.
And most people will know this, but let's just say it, Roofer without an E. So ROOFR.com.
That's correct. Actually, that's the age old. Actually, I have a question for you because
Yes,
you're a very good marketing genius. We get a lot of people going roofer or roofar, which one? And I'm always like, it's tomato, man, whatever. You want to sign up for a product, we're okay with it.
If you wanted to make it easier for people to remember the .com, you could say roofr.
Yes.
But I feel like people are going to naturally say roofer, and you can't fight how people naturally say something. You know what I mean?
I accept every pronunciation as the name if you like use
exactly.
products, but exactly. ROOFR.com. So roofr.com is the place to go. You could sign up for free. Your first measurements on us, the first 3 DIYs is on us. Your first 5 proposals is on us. We're there to help out, and you could book a demo or get a call from us, email, whatever. We're happy to help out. And also just love helping up on a support side too. We got world-class support. Our first reply is under 10 minutes. So we're here to help.
Awesome. And like I said, you guys get, well reviewed on social, and all these roofers are talking about how you guys are putting out a great product for the price. So I really appreciate you coming on and chatting with me about it. I was very excited to see you guys. I think you guys emailed me first, so it was just exciting to see that, and I'm happy to be friends with you. Thank you for hanging.
The pleasure, man. Thanks so much.
And the podcast is put on by hookagency.com, Hook Agency all over social. And thank you everyone for watching and listening. All right, bye.